I was able to talk with Carolyn McKanders on the podcast about her book that she wrote with Robert Garmston, It's Your Turn, and it talks about how you facilitate groups. And it specifically is talking about facilitating groups of adults, but I think it works for students as well. And I want to talk about one strategy in particular, which is polarity mapping. So let's take a look at our template. We'll talk you through it. We'll link to the template, and we'll also link to the book as well as the podcast episodes so you can learn some more.
It's actually a very robust handout, and there's a whole lot of words. So I'm going to just kind of skim through this. You can take a look. But basically, the idea is that you're leveraging the best of both opposites while avoiding the limitations of each. So polarity being like there are two poles that are important, right? It's a both and view of a situation. And so when we go down, I love this idea of like breathing as a metaphor. So like you have to breathe in and out, right? You can't just choose one and say it is better. You have to choose inhaling and exhaling to get the benefits of both and appreciate the limits of each. So I really do love this. This is her template. And so you could go ahead and put on each pole kind of the two things that are the tensions. And then you're going to put in the benefits of both as well as the limitations of both. And so there are a lot of kind of guidance. There's a lot of guidance here for how you would actually go about creating the polarity map. So you would agree on, like you would identify the polarity first, of course, agree on the names, brainstorm the content for each quadrant together, right, as a team, and then agree on like the higher purpose and the deeper fear. There's some tips here, certainly thinking about team facilitation and making sure voices are heard and all of that. But I want to just go ahead and scroll down. There's a bunch of templates. I want to scroll down here. This is, also thinking about listening for and communicating polarities. There's team scenario. Here we go. I just want to show you what an example one might look like when it's filled out. So this is on the final page, page 14 of the document. So when we're kind of stuck, right, there are some people who may think that change is important, like they are really excited about change, and change is certainly important, like we want to embrace the change. And then there's also people who may be like, stability is important, it's really important to be stable. And so if we are identifying those two poles, change and stability, both are important, here are the benefits kind of both. This is the benefits here, this is the benefit here. When we can have kind of a blend of the positive, we are adaptive. We're able to adapt when necessary and adapt effectively while preserving a kind of the continuity, core values, and past and present wisdom, as well as that creativity, new wisdom, new energy and direction. And here are kind of the pitfalls of each of them as well. Pitfalls of change, pitfalls of stability, and the deeper fear here is extinction. And so this is just one example of how you can do this. I think there's even a different one in the book as well, but just wanted to name, like, this is how it could look. Go ahead and read through those directions more closely and fill it out.
From the awesome book, It's Your Turn, Teachers as Facilitators. We'll link to the book in the description, as well as the conversation that I have with Carolyn McKanders on the podcast.